A test is coming and I'm going to die. No, you're not. You might think you're going to fail. You might think you're going to die, but you're not. Hi, Ron here from L.T.L. Tutoring Central, and I feel fairly confident that you're not going to die from this upcoming test or exam. I have been tutoring for over 20 years, and I've never yet seen a student die from a test. Believe it or not, I used to be young myself, and I went through grade school and high school and 3 semesters every year for 4.5 years at university, and I wrote a lot of assignments and tests and exams, and I'm still here. I never died, and I never saw anyone else die while we were writing a test either. So I think you'll survive that, but you might feel that way, and you might feel you're going to fail. I don't want you to think you're going to fail every time you see a test coming or an exam coming. If your test is tomorrow or the next day or today, leave now, prepare the way you normally do, and best of luck, and come back later to watch the video and read the blog. Because you need to start preparing for a test long before the day before. You need to start, if you can, on the very first day of the course or of the semester or of the term, and do your practice every day from there on. However, if you haven't done that, today is the day to begin. Today is the day to start making those changes and start becoming proactive. Because if you're proactive, that will take away a lot of the stress and anxiety and fear. Fear is caused mostly by the unknown. Once we know something, we don't usually fear it any longer. Over-preparation is key. Now, I don't know if there is such a thing as over-preparation, but you have to do a lot of preparation. Because if you prepare, and you know the material backwards and forwards, you are not going to be anywhere near as stressed. If I were to give you a quiz or a test from 3 or 4 grades before yours, you probably wouldn't feel very much stress at all. I know 1 plus 1, I know 2 plus 2. That's easy. It's always easy once we know it, and that's the whole point. Try to get to know the material as well as you can, and then you will reduce that anxiety and that fear of dying, or at least of failing. And the other piece that you can do is always use past tests and assignments. Do not just slide them under the budgie to let it poop on them. Use that material to learn for next time. Read the comments that the teacher wrote on there. Look at any examples the teacher might have provided to help you. And if they take it up in class, make sure you take notes. Make sure you pay attention to what's happening, because learning from past tests and assignments can really help you for the future. So it's not time to just throw it in the binder. It's time to be proactive and use those pieces of work that you've already done to help you with work that's coming in the future. Obviously, you need to take notes. You need to study those notes and review those notes. But just rehearsing over and over and over again, or repeating, it's okay for memorizing a phone number, maybe a chart, maybe some multiplication tables, but it's not good for everything. You need to be more engaged with the material. Remember, you want to try to network your material. Think of something that you're learning now and connect it with information you already have. Also, ask yourself, do I understand how the mechanics of this work? Do I understand the theory? Do I understand the theme? It depends what you're studying. But you have to sit back for a moment and don't just read and reread and reread, although that's good to a point. But you have to understand what you're reading. Otherwise, you're working hard, but you're not working smart. So be proactive in the way that you approach your studying so that you're using your time more efficiently and you're getting a lot more out of it. The other piece is talk to the teacher. Teachers do not eat children. I promise. I have never seen a teacher eat a child, although some professors look like they might. I've never seen a teacher eat adults either. So you can access your teacher. Most teachers are very happy when a student wants to know how to improve his or her grade. So if you go in with a positive attitude, of course, and very polite, and ask, why did I not get a better mark on this paper? So even if you got 90%, where did the other 10% go? If there are no comments on the test or on the paper, go and ask the teacher. Of course, if you got a 50% or 60%, you really need to know what went wrong, where are the problems, what can you do for the future to improve your grade. You definitely don't want to just throw it in your binder and leave it alone. Take a proactive approach and you will find that you do so much better and you'll reduce the stress. Of course, you can do things like deep breathing and relaxation techniques as well, but those alone don't help you pass the test. They may help you relax, but they don't help you pass the test. So you need it in combination with preparing, taking notes, reviewing notes, engaging with the material, and realizing that you have the power to change your own learning. The more you give to your learning, the more you will receive, the more you'll get back. So you have to be, you have to motivate yourself a little bit. And that's another piece. Fear. Fear is good. Do not be afraid of it. Fear is normal. That takes the bite out of it, doesn't it? If you realize that fear is a normal thing, it kind of doesn't have the same scary factor. A little bit of stress, a little bit of fear, it's good. It motivates you. It pushes you to do better. It pushes you to try harder. Now, if you're completely panicked, that's no good because you're going to forget even how to spell your own name. So you have to learn how to control that fear and that panic. And as I've already said, prepare, prepare, prepare. Do some self-testing. Make sure you've engaged with the material and understand it. If you don't, talk to your teacher. Use your past tests and assignments to help with the future ones. Already, you're taking away an awful lot of that fear factor. And then knowing that fear is normal. A little bit of stress, a little bit of fear is a good thing. That also takes the bite out of it. So there are a lot of things that you as a student can do, whether you're young or an adult, a lot of things you can do to reduce that anxiety so you don't feel, I'm going to die when this test comes up or this exam comes up. I want you to take a proactive approach. Try it. Ask some questions if you want. Subscribe to my channel. Check out the blog below. There's more information and a good list there for you. And check out the website. There are courses and lessons, and you can ask me a question there. You can contact me via email, etc. My name again is Ron Johnson from L.T.L. Tutoring Central. It's Friday the 13th, so be safe, take care, and I will talk to you again next Friday. In the meantime, keep learning and don't be afraid of that next test or exam.